Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
We want to give we want to give double honor to our apostles, the great millstone rule well. Peace and blessing salutations to the hopefully elect. Mystery Babylon.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities.
Yep, her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have reached her iniquities.
All right, back in this Revelation 17 and 5. So like it is Revelation 18 and 5. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written.
And who's that her? The her is Babylon personified as a woman. You know, when it comes to people, places, and things, cities are personified as women. All right, go ahead.
It says, Mystery Babylon. It said, Mystery Babylon the Great.
Now, why did it say Mystery Babylon? Because the prior Babylonian empire had already existed. So why would they call this new place in the book of Revelations, which means to reveal Mystery Babylon, man? Because this new place in the distant future will have the same characteristics as the old Babylon that existed 500 years prior, roughly, roughly. Yeah.
It said the mother of harlots.
The mother of harlots. Now, that word mother goes back to source. All right? The word mother in the blue letter goes back to the word mater, which basically means the progenitor or source. Yep. So America would be the source of a westernization. It'll be the source of an anti-Mosai mindset. Ultimately, a doest without will mindset. So there was going to be a country, a great city that was personified as a woman that was going to be the source of basically a contrary lifestyle to the Most High, which what we call today Christianity, democracy. Now we call it, westernization. Back then they call it Hellenization, but it hadn't reached the world back then, the whole world.
They call it modernization.
Modernization. Okay.
And it says, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. So there was going to be a country that was going to be the source of wickedness, man. Now, what country is everybody emulating? If you go to Saudi Arabia, they have a Nike shirt. Yep. They're wearing Jordans. Okay? What country women are basically getting killed and they're protesting to basically be whores because they're modeling themselves after the American woman. They see the glamour of thought culture. Now you have women who came from a culture of order and structure for thousands of years, and now they want to have thought characteristics, man. Tights.
Cleavage showing.
So you have a lot of so-called African women. You have East Indian women who come from Muslim backgrounds, and what happens is they'll leave their native country, come to America, become models. Then they'll be banned from their native country because they're liking themselves to the American women. You have transgenders in the Middle East, who want to look like Beyonce, man. Where did they get that from?
All right. Source of wickedness.
Source of wickedness, man.
The source of pride on the planet Earth goes back to America, man, because that TV, all right, that what they call TV programming, is worldwide. Everyone has smartphones. You got third world countries, but people got iPhone 6 and 7s, Galaxies. And what do they see on them, man? They see the whore. They see the glitz and glamour of the whore because they watch these rap videos. They think that's reality, man. They don't see the projects and the ghettos and the slums and favelas over here. They see the glitz and the glamour that America pushes on this media, man. And this Revelation 18 just to prove your point. It said verse 3. It said, for all nations have drunk of the wine or the wrath of her fornication.
What's the wine of the wrath of her fornication? Democracy, Christianity, embodied this westernization, man. You turned those countries out, man. All right, you have, like I said, you have men that wear garments. Yeah. Now they're wearing the suit and tie. Yeah. You have women that had their head covered from face to toe, literally. Now they're wearing tights and leggings. All right? The women, they're dropping the God-given role as mothers. All right, for example, you have Japan. Within the last 8 years, their population went down 1 million people in 8 years, man. Why? Because the women have left their main lot as wives and mothers and became career women.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which is what that left a negative ripple effect on their country, man. That's the wine of the wrath of her fornication, man. You know, a woman get pregnant and it's like, oh shit, I'm pregnant. What will my family know about it?
Yeah.
It's like you got pregnant before you got a college degree, and people kind of look at you a certain way. That's the wine of the wrath of her fornication, man. All right.
And it says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
They got covenants with America, man. They got all types of trade deals, contracts with America, man. All right. They allow America to set up puppet leaders within their country, man. In turn, the kings of the earth to get a reward for that, but in return, the country will get raped, man.
These nations got rich off America's consumerism.
Yeah.
You know, so they have conformed their culture, all right, to fit American culture, man. You know, you got Moab, China. You know, they mimic everything America does, man. They got knockoff brand to everything that America produces, man. You know, they are the closest conformed, all right, nation to this harlot, man. You know, the way men think, all right, men used to live off the land, man. You know, would start an enterprise off their own land. You know, but now what do men want to do? They want to get rich off the stock market. You know, those same people that used to farm, all right, live off the land. Now they want to get rich off the stock market. They want to put on suits and be businessmen like Esau, you know, and abandon the ways of their culture, man. You see, land used to get passed down, but now, all right, it's all about accumulating, you know, Esau's wealth, man. His FRN notes, you know, which is not wealth, man. You know, and that's part of their wrath. You know, I mean, that's part of that fornication. That's part of that wine, man. Esau had tricked the word because he'll let you think that you so rich with FRN while he has resources, man.
Resources, gold, silver, land,
Yeah.
people.
I got a quick one, bro.
All right.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
A damn world power, man. All right, go ahead.
That made all the earth drunken.
This made all the earth drunken. You westernized the whole world, man. You gave them Christianity. You gave them democracy. All right, and you made them drunken, man. All right. Going back to Revelation, the wine and the wrath of her fornication. Go ahead.
I said when you drunk, you engulfed in something. You had too much of it.
Yep.
You know, and you can't function when you drunk. You can't function. You can't move like you need to move, man, to be productive. And that's what these nations they staggering. Their economy is staggering. The morality is staggering. All right. The women are not playing their role. The men don't know their role. The men want to be women all over the place, man, like a drunk man. And it says, the nation have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah. They saw that partaking in the hope of Babylon was a waste, man. And it left their country bankrupt in debt, man. All right? And now they're upset. They sobered up like, man, I just got screwed over, man. Their butthole is sore, man. All right?
The drunk woke up that hangover like he talking about.
Yup.
You had something else? I got one.
No, you got it, bro.
Okay. This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgressive by wine, he is a proud man, neither keep it at home.
He transgressed by wine. What is the wine? It's those philosophies. Democracy, Christianity. He said, neither keep it at home, man. Because he's going across the world spreading his lies, man. Then he has the military spread out throughout the planet Earth.
And also, I just thought that wine, part of that wine, his Satanism.
Yeah.
Because Esau has people unknowingly worshiping Satan.
Yeah.
You know, because all this self-worship, man. Yeah. It goes back to Satanism, man.
Read that in the lesson.
Thinking that you are an entity, you know, self-made. Jake loves to say self-made. These people love to say they're self-made. You know, what they did, you know, no one's giving reverence to a higher power. You know, that's a form of Satanism, man.
You know, a woman in this country is basically a Satanist. The average American is basically a Satanist.
And it says, who enlarges his desires hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heap it unto them all people.
Well, that's the New World Order, man.
Because Esau has created a death culture. He has created a culture, all right, that's always on the edge of death, man. That's why this America is known as the Valley of the Shadow of Death, man. If death had an image, it'd be America, man. All right, you have drug overdoses. The way the American diet leads to death. You know this rap culture. All right, nigga culture that leads to death. You can die over argument at the gas station. You know all these things lead to death. Sex leads to death. All these sexual transmitted diseases. You know cancers at all time high. You know the Esau has created a culture of death, man. You know, nothing is meant to be prosperous within this system, man. And he has engulfed the planet Earth within this system, man.
Yep. Well said. Then you look at cultures that maintain their discipline, and you tell the world that they're oppressed.
Yep.
They have discipline and they're strict because they have to reserve their people.
Yep.
You know?
And that's the thing about Iran, you know, the people of Iran, like, you know, we used to American sanctions. We just gonna survive off our own resource. They like, well, you know, everyone has to eat less and spend less. You know, for the overall of the nation, but that will be impossible here, man.
Yeah, I was just saying.
You know, people don't have that mind frame here to think of the overall, you know, well being of a whole nation, man. But Iran, like, you know, we gonna survive these U.S. sanctions, man.
Hey man, really, Americans are disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Go to an all-you-can-eat buffet. Do you have so much left on your plate when you get done?
Yeah.
You American, like you said, when that happens here, when there's an economic collapse here, you're not gonna survive because you grew up your whole life going through a drive-through window to get your food, man. All right, you got it, brother.
This is Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So Esau's rulership has to be cut off, or everything will just die, man. You know, Esau's a threat, all right, to everything that's living, man. You know, the culture that he has made, and he uses America as the platform to push it, to make it look glamorous, man. You know, to make death look glamorous, man. When you look at American culture, man, they make death look glamorous, man. They make thug life, all right, whores, you know, horrible diets, YOLO. They make that look glamorous, man.
Especially with Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Jake, because even when you listen to Esau's music,
Yep,
you know, it's more emotional,
yep,
family oriented,
more
structured. You know, I heard a country song. It was something to the effect of the only person that loves you more than me and your mom is God.
Yeah.
It's a country song.
Yeah.
You ain't hearing it on no rap station, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And when you go look at like if you look at the BET Awards and then go look at the Country Music Awards, it's completely different.
A whole new energy.
Yep.
Even when you go to, like, I know brothers don't really go to, clubs, but if you would ever go to a bar, or if you did go to a club, if you look at an urban Jake environment, the energy is all sticky and grimy and low level and negative. But you go to a spot where, like a sports bar where it's like Jake and Esau, or, you know, just straight up Esau, the energy is more positive, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is Sirach, verse 19. Chapter 19, verse 22. It said, "The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence."
Yeah.
You know, so Esau's, what he considered his knowledge, all right, his way of living, his way of existing, that's not true wisdom, man. That's a horrible way to live, man.
Yeah, even with, you know, the Eve, she probably took the hope of Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she'll go and get a degree before she get with your butt, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll be 32 and lonely, man. Or she'll go and have kids because she's depending on the government. That's still partaking in the hope of Babylon. You know?
I'm trying to find that.
Hey, I'm going to get Isaiah 24:10 while you're looking for that.
Okay, come.
Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. What's the city of confusion? All right, it's America, man. All these different philosophies, all these different religions, all these different nations within this place, all these different vibrations, all the homosexuality, all that wickedness leads to vibration, man. That's why it's called Babylon, which goes back to Baba, which means confusion, man.
Okay.
All right?
That's why the elder Yasha woman, he hates internet. social media because everyone has a platform and an opinion. You see, everyone is not meant to have a platform and an opinion, man. You know, and that's what America is full of opinions, man. People governed by a bunch of opinions, man. You know, and this place causes nothing but confusion, man. You know, but the Lord finna tear this place down, man.
Oh.
You know, it has to go, man. You know,
After that, I want you to get Isaiah 46:8.
okay, I'll give you something right here, bro.
Okay.
Spirit. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46:8. It said, "Remember this and show yourselves men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors."
Come. And actually, I'm sorry, it's Isaiah 47.
47:8.
Yeah, you can start at 8.
Okay, come. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 8. It says, "Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures."
Thou that are given to pleasures.
Mm-hmm.
This place is given to pleasures is being judged by an Eastern mindset.
Yep.
So in order to fully understand the judgment that's going to take place on Babylon, you have to understand the mindset of the person that's judging it, which is the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
It is from an Eastern mindset.
Yeah.
So when it says thou that are given to pleasures, the brother just brought out an example of, America couldn't handle sanctions.
No.
America can handle eating less. All right, every other store is a damn restaurant, man.
Yeah.
Processed food. All right, genetically modified food. All right, it's a bar. You got Tinder.
Yep.
It's all types of platforms for you to fulfill your flesh, and the feeds of flesh, man. Give yourself the pleasures, man.
And then they get so lazy now. You got Uber Eats.
Yeah.
You ain't got to go nowhere.
Like, bro, I don't feel like doing shit,
Yeah,
bro. Just
yeah.
go get the phone.
Yep. All these things go into feeding your flesh, but no one is being productive, man. The planet Earth has become very unproductive, all right, under the rulership of Esau, man. You got a lot of people here that wouldn't have no purpose in the ancient world, like the elders going into the Eastern culture, man. All right? They would be put to death just out pure laziness, man. Why are you here, man? And that's what America has produced, man. A bunch of unproductive, all right, lazy zombies, man.
Yeah. God.
That's why slaying of the Lord gonna be from one end of the earth to the other, man.
And if you're unproductive, you're a zombie. And if you're productive, you're a zombie. Because you just in the matrix. You're a robot for Esau. He just gave you entertainment.
Yep. And then nothing is did with a purpose here.
Yeah.
You have sex just for pleasure now, man.
You know what? And that's hell. That's the same thing with food. You're not supposed to eat food purely for pleasure. You eat food to replenish your body with the minerals and nutrients that your cells need. Mm-hmm. You have sex to procreate, man, to build your family. Mm-hmm. And when you build your family, you build your nation. All right? And you utilize the earth's resources to sustain your nation. Mm-hmm. All right? The feeling, the pleasure that comes from that is that incentive, that reward for being fruitful, man. All right? But now Esau took the purpose away and left the pleasure and sold it to you, man. Mm-hmm. All right?
This is back in Isaiah chapter 47, verse 8. It said, "Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasure, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me."
Yeah, look at the mindset of Americans, man. They have no care in the world, man. They dwellest carelessly. In America itself, Esau dwellest carelessly, man. All right? You go to any big city, people, or any place in America, people dwell carelessly, man. They don't think about country. They don't think about a damn sanction. They're not worried if there's going to be a famine. They don't worry about the stock market, man. All right, they dwell as carelessly, man.
Their biggest decision is where they gonna eat.
Yeah.
You hear Jake at work, man. What I'm gonna eat today, man? I might do Wingstop. Burger King got the new 2 for $6 Whopper.
Yeah.
That be Jake. All right, biggest plight, man. Well, America's biggest plight, man.
So what you gonna eat?
What you gonna eat? What come on tonight?
Yeah.
But you got Syria. Them kids over there. They hear the alarm. They know they gotta get in the basement. There's an airstrike coming, man. But America, like the brother said, America don't have to worry about that, man. But it's coming.
It's coming.
And it says, "I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children."
I'm gonna forever be a world power. I'm never gonna get touched. Right? That's why the scripture says pride before destruction. Right?
Verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments.
Yo, great calamities is coming to this country, followed by nuclear destruction, man. This is gonna be a land that we're gonna tell our kids about, man. Like this was a wicked place. While we're in Jerusalem, and hopefully it's us. Hopefully we make it out of here by one of the chariots, man. All right, you can get your final scripture too.
Okay.
That's the plan, man. We make it out of America, man. We're not gonna get sidetracked by all the smoke that say throws in our face, because we are on an odyssey, and on this odyssey, there's a series of obstacles that we have to overcome to get out of this place, man.
Okay.
All right, so we're not gonna get distracted by the wiles of Satan. Okay.
It's the book of Joel. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3. Start at 16. It said, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua will be the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel. And this is going into the end, man. Because during World War III, Yahweh is going to, enter this realm, man. He's going to deliver the elect, and while you have these nukes going off and Yahweh and the angels destroying, this system, Yahweh going to be the hope for the children of Israel, the elect, man. Verse 17, so shall ye know that I am the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore.
Yeah, Amalek's not going to be there. Ishmael's not going to be there. All right.
And this the point. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, and shall water the valley of Shittim. So proceeding, from Mount Zion, you're gonna have Yahweh, King David, and the rest of the 144,000. And they're gonna drop new wine, man. Which is the new way to be on the planet Earth, man. Which really is the way from old. Where it's gonna be enforced. It's what the brothers is talking about now. That's gonna be enforced. The righteous way, the righteous law. They're just going to be enforced, man. It's going to be like new wine, because everyone else is used to living by this Babylonian wine. But new wine going to go forth after this wicked empire is destroyed, man.
And it's the law, statutes, and commandments, and the structure, how to maintain the earth.
Verse 19, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. The everlasting kingdom going to be established in righteousness, and it's going to have a righteous structure, man. That new wine is going to drop, from the government of Israel, man.
Easternization is going to be the new way. Righteousness is going to be the new thing, man. You're not going to be honorable because you're a nigga.
No.
No, you're going to be honorable because you're righteous.
How many other niggas you killed?
Yeah. How many bodies you got, nigga?
Your Instagram status, No, man, you're going to be a purpose, man.
You need a 15-minute break taking selfies.
Yeah.
Hey, but with that, you had any more?
That was it, bro.
Hey, with that, we hope your brothers are edified. We want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakak, Wadash, double honor side, apostles of great millstone, rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. To the next lesson, Shalom.
Shalom.